Well, ladies and Germans, how you all doing today? This is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangroo. Hello, hello, hello.
And it's not the PDX Steel Division tournament today, folks, but we do have a real bang-on game for you. This is Bois de Limors. Who do we have on it?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Lord Aegion as the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. And on the right-hand side in red, we have Dremora as Panzer Lehr.
So this is the Sherwood Forest map, of course, but how do the Canadians stack up against a mechanized division here?
Well, in terms of the forest, the Canadians are going to have a much better time, as they can just get more infantry, flamethrower universal carriers. They just have the infantry game on point early on. Dremora's going to have a hard time in this map, to be honest. There's no real open field to really take advantage of big tiger play. And Panzer Lehr A phase is pretty bad, even though surprisingly it does get more points per minute than Lord Aegion in A. But it's just the unit selects, and as your own Panzer Lehr early on is lackluster to say the least.
That's true, but it does look like Dremora will be able to take advantage of a rather conservative breakout by Lord Aegion. Now, yes.
I just realized Dremora has deployed all the Panzer Grenadiers he could in A phase. He can only get 4 in A phase. Right. And he didn't get them in half tracks either. So that's ballsy. Because if he loses the Panzer Grenadier, he's not going to be able to get any more.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's the 4th. Okay. I was like, I'm not counting the one I clicked on. That's the problem.
God.
Okay, so we used to see the 3rd Canadian all the time.
Yep.
What happened?
I have no idea. I mean, 3rd Canadian is still a very solid. Is a all-rounder, essentially, with some fun, highly vetted unit. As you can see, there's a lot of stars all over the battlefield. I know, just people like playing other decks.
I guess you probably can make the case that the 4th Armored and then, well, more recently, we were just talking about this in the last video, the first Poles have just been getting so much play.
Yeah, Poles are definitely very popular because that whole A-phase section and just the amount of tanks and the Strotsky spam is extremely effective, to put it bluntly.
Can we say, by the way, that Lord Aegion is bringing in the heroes? He's got himself, Leo Major is down to the south. A gentleman I really should do some more research into.
Dude took an entire down. A dude captures an entire town.
That's the guy, himself. Right? Yep. Right. We spoken about him before, actually. I think. Yeah.
It was like a town in the Netherlands. Pretty crazy stuff, nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's on that one eye. He gave up the other one for wisdom.
You only need one eye to shoot a sniper.
Exactly. Even more. I hadn't thought about it that way. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think in the unit model, if you zoom in, it's him with the Sten gun and some other dude's got a sniper.
So you think he's a spotter?
Yeah, but I think he just runs up with a Sten gun and kills like 5 guys by himself.
Well, you know what? That's why he's got 96 bullets. It means he's got to have 96 kills.
Yeah.
But rather mild to begin. We are going to see a bunch of stormtroopers up to the north, and these guys used to be the bee's knees, I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely forcing back those P-Grens. I'm not sure why he might have popped smoke so quickly.
I don't know.
In a short-range firefight, he can hold himself up pretty well against those P-Grens.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely signaled himself with the P-Grens to run and ray, but all he has to do is kill out P-Gren squad up north, which is going to be pretty easy. And there's really nothing that can stop him. It's all just like, well, some Spar troops, but they're not exactly CQC kings.
Well, and we did just see those guys go down, too, so a big boom and a lot of red grass.
Yeah. I mean, you've got that 2-5 run / Trinity run, which is going to be a pretty awesome unit nonetheless, but not going to be enough. And good smoke pop here from Lord Aegion.
No, it wasn't Lord Aegion. That's Dremora. That was his.
Oh, that's his.
His Führer falling back.
Oh, wow.
I can't blame him though either. He does want to keep that veterancy onto that half track. That's going to give it a little bit more staying power.
And this is a really interesting loadout from Dremora because he's got all the A-phase infantry he can get, which is 1 card of leaders, 2 cards of Panzergrens, and 1 card of MG42s, all with only ×2. He has 2 slots left, so he probably has like 10 infantry units, 8 infantry units for the rest of the match.
That is not going to be pretty.
That's not going to be pretty at all. It's very ballsy taking all A-phase Panzer Lehr units, just because it's like Rintown. You really want to try and take as little as you can in A phase, so you can get C phase 2-star pioneers.
Now, we are going to see, first of all, this MG42 is easily behind enemy lines. A couple of heavier vehicles coming on out, but for the Canadians, we have our first Ram 2 tank on the field.
Oh, wow. That's gonna be a damn good tank to get.
Well, it depends on where you put this, I suppose. Oh, he's trying to adjust for that 231 in the south. Okay.
Yeah. Because that Ram 2 initially is going to be pretty much unkillable because Pumas and Bag 38 can't pen it. And even into, well, a Tiger would be kind of a stopgap, I think, in killing it. But, yeah, I mean, initially the Ram 2 is going to be useful dealing with the enemy armor.
Oh, Leo Majors has just been found out. He goes down.
He goes down. I don't think a sniper rifle can kill an armored vehicle.
That's a very polite way to put it.
It's armored and it's a vehicle, so I think I am correct.
That is true. That is very true. Now, a bunch of spawn troops are being caught out here. Stormtroopers are going to cut these guys to pieces, but shockingly enough, these spawn troops are fighting these stormtroopers, well, to a standstill.
Yeah. I mean, they're holding the ground, but there we go. There goes the satchel charge. And once the second stormtroopers come in, those spawn troops are bugged. And this is, I mean, the forest was pretty easily going to go to Lord Aegion just because of the deck choices. But damn, this is really quite bad, as there's really nothing that Dremora can do to stop him.
Well, okay, so if like you said, there goes the other one. If nothing else, first of all, and this sounds horrible perhaps, but if nothing else, there's no more satchel charges on those two stormtroopers. Yeah,
at least there's that, and I mean, he's got two rifle leaders which do have the Piat. So maybe the 251/21 could do something, maybe. But yeah, it's really about using those vehicles. And on this map, because it's so like knife fighty, CQC, hedgerow hell, it's just going to be tough to take advantage of the long range, advantage that Tigers, Panthers, and whatnot have.
Well, here's a question then.
Panzer IV match.
Okay, so maybe why he didn't necessarily pick the best division for this map. What does he do to fight back against this kind of forested play? What can he do?
Like that southern area, if he was to try and break through there, it's a bit more open ground, which would be really advantageous for his tanks. And really, he really can't fight through that forest. It's going to be too bloody, and he's not going to be able to get that much ground. Really, he wants to be trying to focus on this middle southern area and try to capture that instead.
Rifle leader goes down to the north, by the way, but not before firing off his last Piat, so he did pick up one kill there.
There we go.
But regardless, this might be the signal to unleash hell?
Yeah, I mean, we got no real tanks or anti-tank here for the Canadians. They're bringing up a Humbler to try and deal with the stuff up north, but yeah, I mean, if that rifle leader can Piat 2-5 run, yeah, and it's going to be pretty good for Lord Aegion.
And we're gonna see a surrender. I'm calling it right now. If he's not dead, it's gonna be a surrender.
Oh wow! Completely.
Whoa! What the heck?
Well, it's a Piat. What are we expecting?
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Surrender.
Yeah, there we go. You called it right. I mean, a Piat doesn't kill; it just scares a dude.
Yeah, I'd be scared too. You're firing a tennis ball that explodes.
We really like our tennis, okay?
Is that really what it is? I never really knew that tennis was very much a Canadian sport.
I know. I mean, we got like who's the bloody Scottish dude?
That you're asking me for the wrong sport.
Oh God! God, what's his name?
Pete Sampras. He's American.
No. It's Andrew Murray.
I thought he was English. I thought he was a Brit.
Well, it depends. If he wins Wimbledon, he's British. If he loses Wimbledon, he's Scottish.
I'll keep that in mind. I hadn't realized that.
I forgot his name, but I think it's Andrew Murray. If you can correct me in the comments. I don't watch tennis that much either.
Conditional nationality. That's a new one.
There we have MG42 actually doing a pretty good job standing up some of the stormtroopers as they come in to reinforce up north, but with that universal carrier on scene, I mean, that one Bren gun is taking a bit of a toll on the MG42.
Sad when you think about it. Those guys are firing, what, 80 rounds? They're taking off 4 crew members. They fire 200. They don't do jack.
Yeah, well, it does have a bit of armor.
True. But the HE value, if they do some kind of penetration, I mean, they could still pen it pretty easily. But
I mean, if you shoot something enough, it'll eventually get destroyed.
As we have
I
found
think that's
out.
physics.
Well, remember with that King Tiger game from a couple games ago?
Oh yeah, you just keep getting bombed, and eventually you're just gonna pop.
It is somewhat amusing to me to see the kind of nervous play we are seeing on the south. This 234 is just kind of reversing and going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And I can't help but think, I don't think this 250 is going to do anything close to what's necessary.
Nope.
Wheels damaged.
Nope. Yeah,
Well, he might take out the sniper at least.
Oh yeah? Yeah.
Well,
that ram is essentially a tiger. I mean, it does have the same armor as a tiger, but in this sort of situation, it's just you can't pen it. It's so difficult to deal with that ram early on, especially as Panzer Lehr. Maybe a Panzer Shrek could knock it out if he gets cocky with the ram, but apart from that, that ram is in a pretty good spot.
that is true. It might be the only case where the sheep becomes the wolf.
Yep.
More spotting coming on out. So I think Lord Aegion has taken how many? Wait, that'd be more than multiple cards of snipers here.
Yeah, he's probably taken
Everything possible in phase out.
Yeah, he's also taken both cards of Stormtroopers, which is definitely a good call on this map, just because of that Northern Forest. Yeah, a lot of snipers too, and really you can't really go wrong with snipers.
Well, especially against a lighter infantry deck like the Germans had in this case. Yes.
Yeah, because once you knock out all the infantry, it's pretty easy to deal with against Panzer Lehr, and it's gonna be pretty easy to knock out all the infantry, as I already mentioned, he does not have a lot.
Interesting. Okay, so the off-map Panzer's coming on in that 170. So,
oh, that's a good call.
I was going to go backwards and forth on that, but I guess yeah. Well, I guess it depends where he places it.
Well, it is a proper Panzer IV.
That is true, but I can't help but feel it might have been better to be placed up north. If you want to make a play for the force, or at least keep them at range.
I mean, it may be able to stop the forest attack up north for a little bit, but he's not really going to take out much ground. Or if he could use it down south on his choke point,
he could burst
stun
through.
up the choke point, then, break through, because that Panzer IV is his best bet of dealing with that ram tank.
Actually, you know why he's not going up north with it?
Right. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
We have your favorite unit.
Worth some Panzers.
Indeed. Humber Mark IV is going to start trading fire at 231, so it's light vehicles dueling to the death here.
Yeah. It's really great.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, see, didn't get a Panzer for an A phase, because that really would have cleared out that forest. It would have helped out clearing out the forest at least.
And that Humber is now playing with his food. He has an engine stall, tracks and wheels are destroyed. Watch him jam the gun with the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he hasn't yet, but I kind of feel that was the trend of where we were going with this.
Yeah, he's buggered.
Stop playing with your food. Kill it.
If he can actually penetrate it, jeez.
Well, he should be able to. He's easily has the armor pen for it.
I know.
Oh, good lord. Okay, so this has been the 7th round. And the 8th round. Well, the best part about this is that the engine stall, he could have gotten away, but no, the next round takes out. Oh, jeez.
No. Is that 9 shots now?
Yes, this is the 9th shot. Here comes the 10th one right now.
Okay, alright. Is he gonna get it?
Nope.
Oh,
he's bounced, what, 3 times or 4 times?
What's going on here? Come on, come on.
Get closer.
What?
Do something.
We're not watching anything else till this 234 eventually dies. Come on.
The driver's wounded, like he has a point in the first place.
Okay, so we got Trove shots at the moment.
Okay, so Typhoon just made a gun run, and we have an ME-109 trying to keep cover over top. Oh my gosh.
I'm still watching the Humbler. It's
14.
14 shots. I mean, there's a
Spitfire takes out the ME-109, by the way.
Oh, okay. But will the Humber
15
shots?
Oh my gosh, you know what? If nothing else, the 231 has paid for himself by getting all this ammo.
It is like 900 meters, but it's still... Come on. Still. I mean, that's like 480
Again,
difference.
Move closer. Anything. My lord Aegion. You need to fire this guy. Ferreira was good, and this is insane.
Yeah, this is gonna get to Trenti Khan.
We're not even looking at the fail. Oh, there it is. There it is. 19.
19. How many shots does it get to a center of a 234/run? 19 with a Humble Mark 4.
Oh my gosh.
God. Okay, now we can actually watch the rest of the match.
Panzer Buffer just unloaded on that Center Rifle Squad doesn't do a whole lot. In fact, I think he dropped the barrage a little bit long.
Yeah.
And I get the... Oh, here's the first... okay. Yeah, we have ourselves some arty coming down on top of that concentration of infantry to the southern forest. That little wannabe forest. So not too surprising there.
Yep, and we got another off-map artillery as well, so taking both cards of the off-map Panzer IVs, definitely going to be useful. You need the artillery to try to rake out the Canadian forces, but thing is, Aegion, he has a pretty nice lead right now for 15 minutes on the match. You know, 700, creeping up to 800. That's some pretty good points, and he's almost close to a +2.
Very, very true, but I can't help but get the feeling that if this infantry to the south gets stunned up, pushed back even slightly, we're going to see ourselves a bit of a reversal there. See, yeah, immediately a pin comes in, these P-Grounds can rush forwards and really take that. Snipers go down. 250 should come in and just take them out. Yeah, I think he's going to go... Oh, nope, no, I was going to go for surrender. I guess not. That's what the P-Grounds are for.
And pretty much like I said, if he can get past this forest area and into this open field area, he's going to be having a much better time with his deck.
Ooh, and look at the arty barrage to the north. That's going to be beautifully timed.
Oh, that's some damn good timing. Big
troops
to close on the spot troops.
I was just going to say, yeah, friendly fire, but
got it. Oh,
ooh.
First shot, friendly fires. That's luck, right? Yeah, but at least it's going to keep the other two guys alive. Oh, never mind. But
you're not a poker player, are you?
No, I'm not a poker player. This is why I don't play poker.
Interestingly, we are going to see one of the last surviving Panzer Grenadiers taking out a 6-pounder. 6-pounders have found themselves pretty much without a job during the early part of this match. And we are going to see a Sexton being brought on in as well.
Oh, there we go. 2-star Sexton as well, so that's going to be dropping off some rapid machine gun artillery fire.
True. P4, okay. I think he's moved up. Yep, he's going up to just look through the forest right there. Not going to see a whole lot. Maybe get a couple of shots off on his rifles.
Yep.
Almost called him Streltsy. Apparently I still have the poles on the brain.
I mean, they're pretty much the exact same unit.
True. And P4 is having fits for a second. They're finally getting shots off on that Humber again. I
do like when you lose line of sight now, it doesn't reset the aiming counter. It just delays it.
Yes.
Which is because I remember a few times where I tried to chase a tank back, and my tank would get slightly close, aim, then it'd stop aiming and have to move closer to like chase a retreating tank, and then just be back and forth until eventually it stopped.
Seems about right. Now, we are going to see an entire arty barrage devoted to that command ram tank. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, if he can stun it up and then move in with the Panzer IV, it's going to be worth it. They might think there's some other units here trying to hit the tree line, but the problem is you also have this command Sherman. Oh no, another ram tank, my bad. You've got 2 rams. So, I don't think, I don't know, maybe able to kill one, but he's a little bit outgunned, yeah.
Well, he's got memory to spare, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And these 6-pounders, not really going to be caught too easily by this other arty barrage to the north. So, I should eat my words. One goes down within 2 rounds.
But he still has the other one, thankfully.
I'm sorry?
He still has the other one, thankfully.
That is true. That is true. Oh, then, of course, you're rooting from one side. I, of course, am rooting from the other. Sexton getting into play. And there's a good example right there of that P4. Well, losing some line of sight and getting it right back, so not getting reset. That's going to cause some issues, though.
Yeah.
Other Panzer Lehr barrage hasn't happened yet. You were going to say it, please, sir. Yes.
Yeah, but we're getting close to that phase C, and as we all know, the point advantage for Lehr in phase C is pretty damn good.
That is true.
Have you seen any new Panzer Grenadier squads being brought out by chance? I think I've seen like a few. So we got Tiger, but I doubt that we're gonna see any like phase C 2-star German elite, which Panzer Lehr is really good for. And that's gonna be a shame because he really needs that.
I was just gonna repeat that because this is not whose line. I mean, the points definitely do matter here.
Yeah.
Sexton, by the way, being brought up to be in a part of this artillery park yet again. And that, yeah, you're absolutely right. The Canadians, though, they get a lot more infantry just kind of scrubs by the end of it. So now would be the time to really go and start doubling down on your own infantry support.
Yeah, and really just, I don't think getting that A phase numbers really helped out. I mean, personally, what I do for a phase A Panzer Lehr, it seems a little bit drastic, but I usually just take 2 grenadiers cards and that's it. No leaders, no nothing. But sometimes I take leader, but it's really just, it's so much worth it to just kind of have a really terrible A phase and infantry to try to keep your Panzergren somewhat alive and conservative, and then just, you know, two-star pioneers are just something else.
That is entirely true.
They might as well just be Terminators, because they will just run up to a forest, you know, submachine gun down a rifle squad, throw in his big ass grenade, and pop goes the Riesel.
That is definitely true. Typhoon coming on in, but the water does nothing to that P4.
Nope. You do have that Tiger, and hopefully that Tiger will be able to deal with those ram tanks, so you know, Dremora can finally break through and get some progress, because as we can tell, I mean, the point advantage isn't exactly in his favor.
That is true. Oh man, P4 bailout to the north.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that is not.
There it goes.
Well, on the plus side, he had to use his last Arty barrage, but to pretty much zero effect. The one to the south, I think, still has one.
Yeah.
But those Sextons, man, 2-star Sextons fire so fast.
Imagine if you had a command unit next to the Sextons. Just imagine.
It's absurd.
I know, it's so bloody fast. The downside is that you can only get them in packs of run when you get them 2-star. So you do lose less in terms of numbers, but yeah, just the 2-star efficiency, especially in 1v1 where you don't need like a stupid amount of artillery, it's definitely worth it.
Panzer Lehr gets revenge on that 6-pounder, by the way. Takes him out with 3 rockets, and he's starting to fire at this last little collection of infantry to its immediate west, right in the center part of the map.
Yep.
Ooh, beautiful shot there.
Oh, y'all seen some 2-star infantry being brought on up north. Hopefully it's pioneers. Come on. I mean, it's a forest. It's gotta be pioneers. He can probably only get 4.
Oh my god.
Oh god, look at that. And he really does not like those Canadian planes, eh?
Well, it's kind of hard to really think too kindly of them when they see what they're on all about. But no, it's kind of hard to really hate them for that. I mean, the Canadians, they're not having a ton of anything really up top. It's just infantry. Like you said before, beautiful decision right there. However, throw in some anti-air, those infantry become, well, mush.
Yep. And the Germans are going to have none of that.
Very, very true. A bunch of AT coming on into the center part of the map. He's trying to backstop this 250, 234 push right up the center line. Don't think it's going to do a whole lot, though.
Yeah, it's, maybe able to do a little bit, but I'm just looking at the Tiger, and it's a little bit unsupported. I mean, it could be a 6-pounder or 17-pounder somewhere, and he doesn't really have eyes on. He doesn't have recon nearby. I mean, looking at his line of sight, yeah, he's pretty much blind when it comes to that center part of the map. So he is falling back to Tiger, thankfully. He's not going to be rusting it into maybe a somewhat uncertain demise. But, I know, it's just really going to be tough for Dremora to push back on. It's gonna be a tough run. Maybe with the Pioneers he can get some magic to happen, as those Stormtroopers are out of those satchel charges at least. But I know it's gonna be a bloody fight for that forest.
He is going to try to take out that P4, and honestly, the amount, again, firepower that comes down from the Sextons and then the air run from the Typhoon, not going to be too hospitable there.
Yeah, and it's so predictable because it's just at one very small choke point. So, you know, the artillery has a field day, and the same with the airplanes.
I think he still has that one more barrage. Again, he's got to know that there's infantry right there. I'm going to switch over to his view for just a second here. Oh, never mind. He does not know. He knows where the tanks are.
Yep.
Shockingly enough. But he does not know that there's 2 squads of riflemen that are right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can we also note that right now these rifles are attacking this half-track with grenades?
Oh, it gets a kill. There we go.
Exactly.
But our second half-track's going to stun him up. And,
There's a surrender.
GG.
But it is still 54-46. That danger of +2 has passed. Some of the anti-air going down as well. I think courtesy of that 6-pounder yet again. But it looks like we're seeing signs of life from Dremora.
Yeah, he's starting to push back a little bit, knocking down the advantage just by a few percent. But I'm thinking, I know, up north is really going to be his best bet at the moment. Because the problem is once you lose up north, is as you can see where a 6-pounder is, once you lose that area, it's just AT guns all over the forest, facing south, and there's not really too much you can do about it.
Ooh, that's true, but that 6-pounder gets suppressed, and he barely has any life left. That goes down. That's a big loss right there.
And I'm thinking the vehicles too, because there's only a rifle leader here, and it's really a shame, yet he hasn't resupplied his stormtroopers up north.
Yes.
Because if they had the grenades, the Pioneers would be having a much more difficult time. And same if there's a Panther on the field. I mean, that's gonna... It's even the Hero Panther as well.
Ooh, yes.
Mr. Barkman. So he's gonna be barking up the Canadian tree line.
Indeed he is.
But yeah, we pretty much got a... I mean, the Tiger's still alive, thankfully. He's being conservative with his heavy tanks, which is how you should do it. But, it's just, can he get enough ground in time? And even if he can get a +1 point advantage, he's really going to need a +3 to safely take us home. And that's going to be pretty tough to do, I think.
That's true, but right now he is flanking around. He is able, if he gets his half-track out of the way... Never mind. I was going to say he was creating a pocket there, and it was quite a significant one at that. More gun runs, another Typhoon.
That would have helped out with the infantry fight, because it would have meant the stormtroopers got stunned up just a little bit more. Because they'd be behind enemy lines, technically.
Very, very true. Down to the south, half-track holding back for the spot troops. That's Befehle, off-map, not Befehle. BEO. I can never remember what that one stands for. Whoa, ground fire pushing in one of the Typhoons. Mosquito back in, but that ground fire again, the SD KFZs at half-track doing work.
He knows flak calculators are nothing to really mess with.
That's true, but I think he's the only one left alive. The other two have gone down courtesy of the 6-pounders.
Which is not good when your anti-air is getting killed by anti-tank guns.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, the anti-air is looking up. They're not really looking down. We are going to see some flame engineers coming on in for your friendly neighborhood Canadians.
Oh yeah, and they have the Ram Kangaroo, which is, I mean, it has 8 armor, and the Pioneers can't do anything against the Ram Kangaroo, and really it's going to be down to 2, 3, 4 Panther to try and do anything. So, and you also got to realize, Dremora can only get like 4 Pioneer squads. That's it. And as you all know, forest fights are usually a bit more bloody, where you're going to need more than 4 Pioneer squads to usually take it. Usually. So hopefully he can be conservative and keep him alive at least.
Tiger, by the way, damages the legs on one of those rams, forcing back with a little bit of damage there. Luckily enough for that ram, I would say Rocket Run shoves back our little Tiger there.
Yep. No sections have just been on point. Just
oh yes.
Go. They've really stopped the assault happening down south, thanks to those 2 guys alone.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Now, there is a Crusader in the north, and I can't help but wonder, no, Barkman's not going anywhere near that.
Nope. I wouldn't take a Panther into a forest. I think that's a good idea. Just, you know, keep it away, try to push through this outline area, and then, you know, get into this more open field where the Panther can really take advantage.
True, but we're going to have bombs coming down on top of him, which means he's probably going to get stunned up. It'll be close. Okay, that's fair. It'll be close, but there we go.
There we go.
You know, I feel like I had to qualify that. I should have stuck to my guns. Oh my gosh, the Sextons again, just pounding that part of the town into dust.
Yep. The Panzer Lehr's not going anywhere, except for backwards.
Yeah,
like it's been brought up again, you know, going to be facing off against the Ram. And
Well, and the ram's been fixed too, for that matter.
yeah.
Do we have any kind of, do you know off the top of your head at least, the amount of munitions required to fix an engine crit or any kind of crit on another vehicle?
No idea.
Should test that at some point.
Yeah, I think it's not too much, but damn, looking at Tiger, 2-star Tiger, completely stunned up by 2 Ram 2s. That's
True.
That's some pretty damn good play. Gotta realize those 6-pounder guns have 8 rate of fire, so yeah, pretty damn good player from Lord Aegion.
And Lord Aegion, we've seen him play before. He's
Yep.
Get the feeling he's not maybe the most aggressive player, but at the same time, he's a guy who's always willing to learn. So we always appreciate his replays coming on through.
You always like replays?
Yeah, actually, we'll do a quick plug while we have a little bit of we have an Achilles coming on in. But guys, of course, if you have a game you want us to check on out, let Rangroot know, let me know. We're happy to cast that stuff. Good, bad, and different. Site. Even more so. Koningstiga to the north, by the way. So we are having huge big kitties up top.
Oh yeah, we got the Tiger, we got Panther, you know, we're stepping up at German Cat Evolution Tree, and now we're on the King Tiger.
Very, very true. And for that matter, now we're going to see Dremora is getting that +1. This territory is going to open up a lot more, I think. And that Panther is stunned up, but who cares?
Well, it's going to be tough now because he has to stun up a Panther and a King Tiger, which is going to be a little bit more tougher.
With those Sextons, though.
So at least one of them is going to be able to move up a little bit, while the other one falls back once it gets morale damage. But yeah, you're right, those Sextons, it's a choke point once again up north. So if he just keeps pounding away, he should be able to hopefully keep the tanks at bay. But also he has 2 Tigers down south
I was
now.
just going to make that call out, and there's only 1 Ram now. The other one just got brewed up.
So, yeah, the Panzer Lehr, they're sticking to their namesakes. They're bringing out all the technology. And even though Lord Aegion has been on point with the airstrikes this match, I really got to hand it out to him, he hasn't been able to kill any of these tanks, the heavy tanks. And once there's 2 Tigers, a Panther, and King Tiger on the field, you're not going to have a good time.
True, and what's more, his artillery park just got blasted by the Panzerwerfer.
And just, okay, the Canadian lines have just kind of
shattered.
Shattered. We got Achilles, maybe he can get the kill.
Nope.
No, he's not.
There's a Firefly in here as well, too, but no, this is going to be pretty much, I would say, the complete collapse of the Canadians.
Yep, and it's at a +2 point advantage. It might get to a +3, maybe.
That is true.
It's still that's still pretty tough.
It's a hefty lead.
Yep. And the Sextons, which are really the saving grace, are now getting flanked by a 2-3-4, and the Tiger, which is getting close. And Aegion has been spending a lot of his points on planes, and they've been helping him out quite a bit. But I mean, now he really needs some ground forces. He is getting a Firefly.
With a bit of the Tiger coming on in too. Yeah. So I never knew that tigers hunted in packs, but it appears if you're in the German army, they definitely do.
Yep, that's 3 tigers on the field. Have we ever seen 3 tigers on the field at the same time?
No,
exactly.
We haven't even seen a Koningstiga and all these other tigers on that. You've got to see the Koningstiga and anything else.
No. And this is really like this is Panzer Lehr play. You get just a huge amount of huge tanks, and it works. And because he managed to be not raceful with him and keep him alive, it's been working out really well.
True, though one of them almost goes down. Never mind, he's alive.
But if you can just get that Rolling Thunder or heavy tanks, even though they're pretty expensive and hard to afford, it's just, as you can see here, it's just a complete
mayhem.
And it's the same because I know Aegion, maybe some 17-pounder anti-tank guns sitting in the forest would have worked, but he really needed to try and not just stun up, but kill a few of these heavy tanks to try and stop his verbal.
Well, he has saved up for an Achilles and a Wolverine, but I don't know if the greatest Greek warrior or a regenerating superhuman are going to be able to push all this back.
Yeah, I mean, they could be able to tag team the 2 tigers, maybe. But now the Panther and King Tiger's getting in closer, and yeah, this isn't good. This is not good. And we're at the +3 now, which means it's going to be a draw.
That is true. We are going to see the Bedford supply comes in. I don't know if we're trying to repair that Tiger or what the deal is. Be kind of amusing. Oh, never mind, not going to happen. And there goes the Achilles, and the Wolverine are starting to exchange fire.
Oh, wow.
Achilles goes down in 1. I guess that was his heel right there. And bombs away. That's the only way he's going to stop, or at least delay this push. Doesn't even do that.
It's a shame, really, because this like airplane play probably would have worked a bit better against a less armored division, such as, I know, 352nd. Trying to think of divisions that have a lot of infantry but not all planes, but you get the idea. Because it's such an armored division, yes, your planes can stun them up and it's such a good strategy, but once they got the build up, you just need to kill. And if he had these planes against, you know, Feldjägers, you know, just more infantry soft targets, he'd be having a much better time.
That does seem rather fair. So one Tiger will go down. That's almost a guarantee right here. But the Königstiger and Bachmann are definitely here to exact their pound of flesh. So there goes the Tiga.
Yep.
Do you want to go to +2 in a second here?
Yeah.
Okay, so at 45, go to +2. And I'm not going to see a death yet. And +2. Alrighty, so we're going to see probably the last couple of tank destroyers getting taken on out here. And Canadians trying desperately to put any kind of territory grab back into play. If, again, like you said, if it was +2,
yep,
this could still be a Canadian victory.
Yeah, but it's just like that huge +3, and look, we got rifles being brought out on foot.
Well, he brought the trucks in, and he was like, "Wait a second, well, both my tank destroyers are dead. I probably should walk."
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like Dremora is going to get to the other side of the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we talked about how maybe this could have gone better for Dremora and how this could have gone better for Lord Aegion. I can't help but wonder if Lord Aegion banked too much on holding that forest to the north and kind of didn't really reinforce his middle. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I think Aegion spent a little bit too much on planes and really should have invested in more 17-pounders, more heavy anti-tank options. Especially once you get to sea phase, because once sea phase hits, even if Panzer Lehr is doing a terrible job, you know there's going to be Tigers coming down that road, and you have to be prepared for that. And he didn't have enough anti-tank units to really do that. The Ram 2s could stun them up, the planes could stun them up, but like I keep hammering on about, nothing could kill them.
Yes.
And he needed to kill them to try and, you know, stop that.
Well, delaying is not enough.
Yeah. Delaying's not enough against Panzer Lehr. Against, like, Trophes S, like Panzer, you know, helps. But you're going to need to be able to eventually, you know, stop him from ever coming back to really make any ground.
True. This is not the Battle of the Bulge. These guys have all the fuel they want, so that you can't just throw bodies at them.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring us down to the last minute 10 of this. Looks like it's going to be a draw after all, so I'm surprised. I really thought Dremora was going to drop this one here.
Yeah, but the sea phase Panzer Lehr just came into effect, and you just get heavy tanks and hope for the best, and it worked.
Bachmann just went down, so had this game gone another 10 minutes, maybe it's possible we could have seen a bigger resurgence here, but I cannot give too much hope to the Canadian forces at this time.
Yeah, and he did have the material to deal with the tanks. He's got Fireflies, Achilles, and 17-pounders, which are more than enough to deal with Panthers and Tigers.
Very true. Very true. Now, we are going to see it's going to be pretty much an even KD ratio on this one. I mean, a couple hundred points here and there.
Yeah, 500 difference, but still pretty close.
Yeah, that's basically been the draw. So, I guess looking at the first, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, it still is fairly red, I would think.
Yep, it's fairly red, and a lot of the red units are more expensive. And then once you get to the last, like...
From minute 30 on, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's blue. It's blue all over, because Tiger King Tiger gets into effect. But, he managed to get a draw at least. I mean, it's pretty hard to, you know, come back from a 1,500 point deficit.
That is true. That is true.
15 minutes. But, at least he got a draw. At least he got a draw.
That is true. I mean, hey, you know, sometimes a stalemate's all you need.
Yeah, and technically, technically he did win in terms of points, but it's just because of it. It has to be so many like percentage above counts as the victory, but still pretty good play. And like I said before, Aegion just needs to focus on more anti-tank threats to deal with the threat of Dremora's tanks.
That sounds about right. Okay, that's going to do it for me then today. How about you? Any final words of wisdom to our people out there?
Nope, I'm good.
Fantastic. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to another game of Steel Division Normandy 44. My name is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, take it easy.